Greetings, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. This is Tyra Omilade, your goddess guru. Y'all know I love helping women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess centered lifestyle. Happy full moon in Capricorn. How are y'all doing? Today is the day of the full moon. Are you ready? Oh my gosh. May this be the most auspicious, abundant, beautiful full moon you've ever experienced thus far. I just wanted to come on today and talk to you all a little bit about this full moon. Let me know if you are watching live. Just drop a comment. Let me know you're here. Also, hashtag replay. Are you watching the replay? Because y'all know the replay is respectable. Okay. I'm here with you in the replay too. Love to hear from you all. So I wanted to find out, do you have any rituals? Do you have any questions? Let us sister know because I am here for you. Now, what I want to talk about first and foremost is a little bit about what we're doing with this full moon. What do we have going on? And so let's start off by just starting generally, and then we will chunk it down and break down a little bit of the details. So a full moon is always about getting to a place where there will be a culmination. You may have worked on something and now you see, my goodness, it is so. I have achieved this. I have accomplished this. There's something manifesting. And actually, with this moon being in Capricorn, it's a very manifesting moon. Like Capricorn is about cha-ching. Okay. Capricorn is about, I need to make sure that I get my money, I get my success. Hey, you look, y'all, when we're in Capricorn mode, we want our recognition. Okay. And it's not recognition for the sake of recognition. It is recognition because we know we are the bomb. We worked hard and see, these are the fruits of my labor. This is like what the best of the best that I have produced. This is Capricorn. Capricorn is like, hey, either you're going to come with the best or just don't even come at all. Like, don't come with no broke down stuff. You need to make sure you worked hard. You did your due diligence. And now here we go. We got the best of the best here. And like, everybody better recognize it. Okay. So I do encourage you to look at what are you manifesting in terms of material gain. Material gain and having money. See, y'all, money is neutral. We're getting ready to start our own deprogramming of the lies that we have been told about money. And we're going to reprogram this thing. Okay. Money is neutral. I know we live in a society where it seems like money is evil. Money changes people. But see, we get to choose how we look at money. Money is neutral. It's energy. So if we want to be bashing money, we just better understand we bashing our inner abundance. Okay. We're bashing our inner ashe, our life force that we use to exchange with people. Because see, guess what? I need you. You need me. We, right? And we do this energetically. And sometimes it's in the form of money. Okay. So I'm telling y'all, it's really okay to be like, yes, I manifested some money, some abundance, something like that. People from my community, I'm part of the African American community. We're like, hey, it's time for us to start generating some generational wealth. Well, guess what? Capricorn helps you to do that because in order to establish generational wealth, you got to work hard. You got to have some structure. You got to have some boundaries. It's like some sacrifices must be made. This is what Capricorn represents. And so we can begin to open ourselves up at this full moon to see, and first and foremost, that I manifested something, but also we could be opening ourselves up for the plan. What's the plan that I need in order to move me further down the road to my destiny? Okay. So it could be you actually see the culmination, or maybe you see the revelation of a plan, or you get to a point where you're like, wow, my mind has just been opened. I see something maybe I couldn't see before, and it has liberated me. It has me stepping into my power so that I can move forward in the way that I so choose to move forward, but moving forward in the direction of our destiny. Yeah, we're wanting to move away from motion with no movement. This kind of moon right here will help you to do that. Okay. Okay. So, oh, you see me looking down because I had some notes from earlier. So that's the full moon. The full moon is about a culmination. It's also about a revelation. Now, wait a minute. Let me put you on pause on this revelation piece. Okay. Revelation. Sometimes something is revealed and it may not be the most pleasant thing. So let's just be clear. A full moon is gorgeous to look at. It's full of power and energy, and we definitely want to open ourselves up and let the moon just imbue us with the power and the energy in a very positive way, right? Imbue us with the energy of Capricorn. You can just even do that right now. You can just open yourself up to receive the energy of the best of Capricorn being imbued in you. We all have an inner Capricorn, and this is one of the ways that we can grab it, access it, and anchor it inside of us so that we can, it's an inner resource. That's what we can look at it as. It's an inner resource. Okay, so what we want to also realize, though, is that a full moon can be very emotional. It could feel like there's a push or pull. With Capricorn, it could definitely feel like, man, somebody's trying to boss me around, or like somebody's not respecting me as, an authority, or just respecting my own personal sovereignty. So, this moon can be, this could be an emotional moon. A full moon can be full of, we all know what we see at the full moon. I used to work at a hotel before I even understood astrology. There were just some nights when I was like, it's a full moon. It's a full moon. That's the only thing that explains the wildness that I'm seeing here in this hotel lobby right here. So a full moon can be, oh my gosh, a moon can be amazing. Let me just check that I don't think I put unlisted. I just need to check something really quickly. Edit. Public. Okay. So full moon is about, maybe you're going to see something revealed that, oh, you may not like it. Sometimes we don't like what we see revealed at the full moon, but see, this is what I told my inner circle earlier when I made them a special video for this moon. I said, look, y'all, sometimes we need to give thanks that something has been revealed to us that's not the best thing to realize, but oh my gosh, I would rather know the truth than to keep being, played or lied to. Sometimes the full moon will reveal somebody has been doing something. Sometimes it's you get revealed at the full moon. Like you've been hiding something. You've been doing something that's just, you weren't supposed to be doing this. And the full moon will then come forward. The full moon will come forward and just be like, spotlight on you. It'll just be the right moon. It's like something in your chart got triggered and now you have been exposed. But the good news is, once something is brought into the light, we can now do something about it. When we keep it in the darkness, it just has so much power. Or if somebody's hiding something from us, now that we see it, hey, we get to make better decisions about how we're moving forward in this situation. Okay. So that's something else that you can be thinking about. So yes, the full moon, full of energy. You can imbue yourself with it. You can see that you're manifesting something. You can also see that maybe you're stepping into a revelation in your internal landscape, or maybe something from without gets exposed and you get to see it. Okay. So this moon in Capricorn has to do with success and material manifestation and what you're known for. It has to do with working hard and being patient and seeing the results of that. This Capricorn moon could be also karmic. And so one of the things that I encourage people to do at the full moon is to, with this particular full moon, let me just pull up the chart, y'all, because I do better sometimes when I have a visual. This is the full moon chart for this moon today. So yeah, but I know what I was going to say. So with this full moon, something that you may want to do is to open yourself to releasing any karma that's keeping you stuck. Okay. Capricorn can kind of, make you stick. get stuck, I should say. So I encourage you to, to look at what karma perhaps you want to address to get released. I always encourage using things like candles and doing some breath work. I relate this to the goddess Oya. So, maybe you would want to put on some purple or something like that, even though that's not the color of Capricorn. But for me, the full moon is more about energy and me opening myself to the wisdom of the moon. So, sitting down and meditating, contemplating different things like that would be good for the full moon. And this full moon in particular has some interesting aspects to it. Now, honestly, this moon is pretty, it has a lot of energy of opposition in it. And so one of the things that I'll say is to open yourself up to looking at how to have more balance in your life. That's something else that I would do. Open yourself up to having more balance in your life. And maybe this moon can help you realize what you need to do in order to create that balance. Now, one of the things to think about is the full moon precedes the waning part of the moon cycle. So what I encourage you to do is perhaps to look at, is there something karmic that you need to be addressing? Now, look, sometimes karma is not going to just be done in one ritual. I wish it was, but sometimes karma is not released in just one ritual. It might take a little bit of time, but even if you can tone it down, soften it down, that's a win. And so what is the moon revealing to you that perhaps you can begin to work to change within yourself and begin to release it in the waning moon phase? It doesn't stand unto itself. Okay. It doesn't stand unto itself. It's a full moon is a period of time. Now, the other thing that I find interesting is, because this is what I want you to understand. This right here is a picture, but this picture gets played out over time. Okay. So let's talk about what's in this picture. So I just talked about, we're dealing with the energy of Capricorn, but another part of this is this Pluto opposition Venus. Okay. So both of these have to do with money. One has to do with, power and transformation. Venus has to do with, or that's Pluto, and Venus has to do with women and self-worth, self-value, relationships. And so I wonder, is this moon also going to bring up for a lot of us issues regarding our personal power, standing in our power in our relationship? It's so funny. I just posted a picture of myself on my social media. I didn't post it on YouTube, but I did put it on my other platforms. And I was just like, this is what it's about. I never make posts like this, but this shirt says normal is canceled. And I just made this post about, hey, normal is canceled. I'm putting everybody on notice. And nobody's going to stand, nobody's going to hold this queen down or put this queen in a box. That's like what this energy could be. You are like, you know what? I'm waking up to my power. I'm tired of feeling like folks trying to make me be in a box, or they're trying to control me, or, maybe you realize you've given your power away. But this is not the kind of conversation where it'll just feel like, or the experience that it just feel like I'm just totally feeling empowered. It may be something that sort of triggers you and you're just like, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to do me. I'm walking in my power. Another opposition, it's not a strong opposition, but still it's a sun-based opposition. Oh, let me just go back really quickly. Capricorns and Cancerians, you may feel this a lot. Okay. You may just be like, I'm not sure about this. I'm all in my feels, or it just feels like a lot of energy going on for you. I would also say Aries and Libras. Especially Ooh, Libras. Oh my God. Libras, y'all may really be feeling emotional. Y'all going to be in your feelings with this moon because it's happening in your house of emotions. So I just wanted to make sure I said that. I did not want to forget that. With Aquarius, Saturn opposition Mars, Saturn and Mars, I sort of like they're the great malefics. I know if any of my astrology teachers would ever watch this, I know they're the great malefics, and we just talk about how it's just death and destruction. But let me tell you something, we couldn't make it without Mars, and we could not make it without Saturn. But with them being opposite each other, it's called an opposition, that could bring into this moon this energy where you feel this push and pull, like I want to go into it all the way, but I'm not quite sure. And I just say imbue your consciousness with Capricorn. Capricorn says we're moving ahead no matter what. I know everybody looks sick. I don't know. Capricorn is a cold energy. Like, it doesn't mean Capricorn's a cold. The sign, the energy of the sign of Capricorn, it's a cold energy. You don't think about people moving fast, but baby, they move with deliberateness, and they are consistent. They move, no matter what. We are going to get up. Y'all, we said we're going to do this today. Everybody get up. Let's get this going. Like, if more of us live this way, maybe not every day of our lives, but if we imbued our lives more with this energy of Saturn and Capricorn, that's what this moon can help us to do, then I honestly believe that so many of us would be further down the road. And then Mars, I forgot, y'all. I'm going to need to go over. Hold 1 second. Let me go to a different screen because I'm pointing at stuff and just realized y'all probably can't see it. Here's Mars and here's Saturn. I had mentioned Pluto and Venus earlier, but here's Mars and here's Saturn. So Mars is the energy that makes us get up and actually go and actually take action. If we didn't have Mars in our chart, if Mars didn't come with the fire and with the heat and make us all get all inflamed and everything, because it's like full on power. If we didn't have that, we wouldn't do anything. Okay. And so it's more about, look at your life and ask yourself, where do you need to have more energy, and where do you need to have more deliberateness and more endurance and patience, like sticking through it when we go through the hard times. Sometimes I just remind myself when I feel like I don't know how much longer I can do this, whatever the situation is, I'll just say to myself, but what if the blessing is, what if I quit 2 minutes before the blessing, right? See, that's a Capricorn type thing. It's like, man, it's hard. I just got to dig deep within myself and figure out, how am I going to keep moving, right? Whereas Saturn is like, hey, as soon as you open that door and I can get in and I can inspire you to move, baby, I'm going to ignite that fire. And so we just want to be looking at the push and the pull, and how can we create the perfect situation where it's just like these energies are harmonious, they are working in synergy, and we are able to use them to move forward toward our destiny. Y'all, I have told y'all 2021 is a time for us to be realizing there is something at the end. And I'm going to tell y'all, I honestly believe you need to get to March 2022. We all need to get to March 2022. So you're not behind, you're on time. Okay. There is something that 2021 has called you to do that requires you to stick and to stay, but it feels so uncomfortable because it's something new. Even if it's something that you've done long term, it could be a new phase that you're going into. Okay. And so it's just, you just got to keep moving forward. You just have to realize even an inch forward is a quantum step in 2021 into 2022. Okay. So we can use this moon to imbue ourselves with the energy of Capricorn so that we have that stick and stay. But this energy right here with the Mars and the Saturn opposition, it's helping us to see, okay, How can I have the best of both worlds where I am taking the action, I'm moving forward, but then when it comes for me just to move along like a turtle, slow but steady, methodically, I can call that in too, and I feel good with it. I feel good with it. Oppositions are good for us because when we find the balance, oh my goodness, that's where the abundance of all things good come. The thing that excites me the most about this moon, and if you are commenting, I will be back to look at the comments. I can't see them right now. But the thing that excites me the most about this moon is Jupiter is trine the sun. What does that mean? Jupiter trine the sun, full of blessings. Oh my goodness. A trine eases the way. You want me to tell you what's going to ease the way in this moon? Feminine energy, baby. Because the Jupiter is in Pisces, which is a feminine, intuitive, creative, loving, and compassionate sign. And the sun is in Cancer, a sensitive water sign that's highly intuitive, very nurturing and caring. You want success? Tap into your intuition, your inspiration. The more I work with the ladies in the inner circle, the more I realize how many artists I work with. And if they're not artsy, there's something about them that's very magical. And so it makes me see the power of creativity. Whatever that looks like for you, you do have creative energy. You just have to realize your style of creativity. Okay, you have to realize your style of creativity. And so the more we tap into being intuitive and creative and caring and compassionate, especially towards ourselves, but also towards other people, that brings a higher level of success. That's how I'm interpreting this chart for this moon. Because see, Capricorn is about success. I say to you, go for it. Get your success. It's so important to get success. This is one of the most important and pivotal signs in the zodiac sign or wheel. Okay, come on, y'all. Come on now. Come on. Now, also Jupiter is called sextile the moon. What does that mean? That means creativity. That's one of the things the sextile stands for. It means, hey, bring in some creativity. Work on your relationships, because this is an energy that has to do with being relational. So definitely realize, this is something one of my friends said to me one day. She said, let me tell you something. You're very rich in relationships. You in relationships, that's a form of abundance that a lot of people don't really realize. One of the most pivotal signs in the astrological wheel is Libra. Libra has to do with relationships. Why? Relationships is how we do business. It's how we do life. Honestly, what's your relationship to food? We talk about this. What's your money relationship? Like, it's not even just people to people, right? So relationship is something to think about. Like, maybe you need to think about, what kind of relationships do I need in order to have a more successful life? Or what kind of relationships do I need in order to, what kind of relationship with money do I need? Because sometimes our relationship with money prevents us from being successful because we have a bad relationship with money. I can't remember if I said it here or in the video I made for my inner circle, but folks bashing money. Folks making money look bad. Money is neutral. And if once we establish that relationship and see that money is a tool, then it makes us okay with having a higher level of success in our career. No matter what we say, we will say, I so badly want more career success. But if your relationship with money is bad, then you're not going to get more success if that success means that you're going to get money. Can you see why working on relationship in general, of course, you got to specifically figure it out for you, is so important. Another thing to think about is just, my relationship with myself, because I need to make sure that I have a good relationship with myself and I have I value myself and I feel worthy. If I do not, then it's important. If you don't value yourself, if you don't have that self-worth and value, then what's going to happen is it will make you slip, trip, and fall from being able to have more success in your life, whatever success looks like for you. For some people, success means, hey, I got a family. That's what's most important. I have a family. That's okay. For some people, success is every day I wake up and I feel good in my body. I'm just happy to be alive. That's success. Capricorn is more of success in terms of like what you came here to do and be known for. Like, I am the master. I am the best at this. I was born to do this. And, it's like what I'm known for. When people are like, hey, think of a writer, they think of me. When they, and I'm just making examples up. Let's say for some people, it may be when folks think of somebody who knows something about essential oils, that's who they're thinking of. See, that's what Capricorn is about. It's time for us to, humility is a superpower. Don't get me wrong. Humility is a superpower, and it invites way more into it than out of control egocentrism. Okay. But make no mistake about it. We need to have a healthy dose of confidence. We need to have a healthy dose of, heck yeah, I'm good at that. And I would be offended if you didn't think of me when you thought of that particular subject. So going back to the essential oils expert, if we're sitting around, we know we have somebody who's an essential oils expert and we don't call on them, that expert is going to be like, that's your loss. How are you not going to call on me for that? We have to have a healthy dose of, I am so confident in what I do because what I do is that good and it makes such a difference in the world. Capricorns, they want to make a difference. Okay. And so what we're needing to do is to look at perhaps our relationships with ourselves, our self-worth, our self-value, to make sure it will support our having more success in our lives. Y'all, I'm almost done. Just in case there are comments, I'm going to come to you and see if there are any there. Okay, so the other thing that is here is having a healthy relationship with your emotions. What kind of relationship with your emotions do you need in order for you to have a higher level of success in your life? And it's time to start calling in more of the magical and the mystical. Also, the other thing to think about is that this is a very this moon is imbued with wisdom. And so what wisdom do you need to lean on? Do you need to infuse and integrate into your life that will help you to have a higher level of success? Okay. I think that's what I'll give to you all to consider for this moon. Hi, Eileen. Hey, boo. I'm sticking to my health and fitness regimen no matter what, even when I have a bad day. Ashe. And so let's just use Eileen's example. So for those who are working on your health and wellness, what I would encourage you to do at this full moon is to light a candle. Make sure you are opening yourself to be grateful for every good thing that has unfolded in your life. But couple that with sit maybe even with your hands open. Say with grace and ease. With grace and ease, I call on the energy of Capricorn to imbue me with the plan that I need to follow. If I already have the right plan in place, then I'm calling on the energy of Capricorn to imbue me with the ability to stick and to stay, to be patient with myself, not in a mean way, in a very compassionate way, because Pisces is in this. Okay, so we need to be compassionate, to be patient with myself as I continue to navigate and stick and stay and have the endurance to stick and stay with my health and wellness routines. And you know what? Actually, I would put in some affirmations. I was about to get up and get a book, but let's see here. I would affirm, I am patient. I am, hold on, let me, let me get a few resources here. I would imbue my rituals if I was working on health and wellness, especially with sticking and staying with the health and wellness plan. I would imbue my energy with a few. Here's one. I am committed, and so I'm going to ask you right now, Eileen, to just take a deep breath. And anyone else who wants to do this, maybe you need to be committed to something else. Maybe it's not your health and wellness routines. It's something else that you need to be committed to. I want you all right now, just take a deep breath in. Inhale and exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale and exhale. And I want you to say, I am committed. And as you say, I am committed, feel what that feels like in you. What does it feel like to be committed? Maybe you remember there was a time when you were highly committed, and you bring that into your memory. Just see it on a screen in your mind's eye right before you. And also bring the energy of it into your body. Feel it in your body. I am committed. Maybe you've seen other people who are highly committed, and you bring them into your picture, and you imagine what it feels like to be committed. And now the next thing to do is to amplify that energy, like intensify it. Turn up the energy of it, the feel of it, the sound of it, the sight of it. Turn up the energy of it. Hold it. Now lock it. Like take a picture of that energy. Feel it in your body. Okay. And then just come to your mouth with your hands and turn it like a key and make that sound to just really seal in. I am committed. Okay. It's the energy of the moon. So you could say, I am devoted. You can do the same process that I just showed you with I am devoted. Let me just get a few more. I am balanced. Anytime we're working on our health and wellness, honestly, y'all, we're not trying to lose weight. I'm telling you, I have done all the mind tricks, all the Jedi mind tricks. Oh my gosh, all the Jedi mind tricks. Trying to lose weight is really and truly one of the worst things we can do, because this culture has made it like you're morally wrong if you are overweight. It's so ridiculous. Something that has helped me a lot that I offer to anyone that's working to lose weight is I'm looking to what can bring me the most imbalance. So I'll say, okay, is using this cream on my knee, like, is this bringing me in balance or is it taking me out of balance? Because let me tell you something, I could use this and it could make my knee feel wonderful. Somebody else could use this and it can make their knee feel horrible. Okay. So that's why I like using that instead. So that is an affirmation that you could lock in for I'm just using this as an example. I'm going to do one more because I sometimes y'all, I can't do my own thinking. Oh, here's a good one. When I'm doing a whole lot of channeling and videos, this is my second video of the morning. I made one for my inner circle. So I needed a little help. I am empowered. That's another good one for people who are working on health and wellness, is to realize you have so many choices. It's in your power to figure out, okay, what is it I need to do to bring this balance and to eat in a particular way and to exercise in a particular way. Always remembering you have power, even when it feels like every bit of, your energy gets drained right when it's time to go work out, or you tell yourself, I'm not going to eat this food anymore. And the next thing you know, you're eating that food or whatever. Just remind yourself, even if you succumb to it, I'm empowered. I'm choosing to not work out right now, because we don't want to be setting ourselves up to be feeling, it just does something to us mentally when we beat ourselves up over those kinds of things. So these are the kinds of things that I would do if, whatever you are working to bring in, call into your life, because you have to remember a full moon is very energetic. So we want to call that energy into our lives. Hi, Aquarian T. Bonjour, Diza. Hello, Karen. How are you? Glad y'all are here. So that's what I have to say about the full moon. I'm gonna have to do that more often, because I was like, wow, I saw some stuff that I hadn't seen until I just sat down here and started talking to y'all. Um, so the energy of wisdom is surrounding this moon. I encourage you to study a wisdom text of some sort, study some wisdom, listen to a master teacher of some sort who helps you to expand yourself, because it's all about moving into success. Period. That's just how I see it. I'm okay with people being successful and having big houses and big cars or whatever, or they're just winning one award after another. That's really more of like a Capricorn thing. Capricorn's gonna have their stuff. Capricorn wants that money, they want that stability, but Capricorn really wants that recognition because they know it's the best. They did the best. They are the master. Okay. So it's okay to get these acknowledgments and rewards and to be compensated with it. And so we want to access the wisdom that opens us up moving in that direction. Okay. So I decided this full moon, I would use the Mayan Oracle just because I think this is beautiful. I would love to hear from you all as I start going through what this signifies. This is the energy called Ben. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I pulled it, I was like, not one that I pull often. I just so happen I'm working on the monthly reading that I do for the inner circle, and that was the card I pulled. So when I pulled it this morning, I was like, okay, I really need to understand what is this energy. I need to pull this up for you all. So let's read a little bit and let's have a chat, whether you are live or hashtag replay, because I answer all the comments. I'm not one of those people who does not look at our comments. If I miss your comment, it's just because YouTube didn't show it to me until late, because sometimes I find them like several months later. So Ben from the Mayan Oracle, it says, listen to this. This is the wisdom that we want to take into this moon, okay? Be sensitive to a major shift in the way you perceive and relate to your world. Old points of reference are changing. That's interesting because this year we have this Saturn-Uranus square, which means it's taking us in a new direction. Old reference points are changing. And a reference point could be a relationship. It could be something you used to do. And now it's like, whoa, I can't do that anymore. Okay, so be thinking about what's changing. Watch for openings and opportunities. Have the courage to take risks. And look, oh dang, I stopped sharing this. Let me pull this back up because y'all look. When we look at the full moon chart, when we're looking at that Mars, that's what that's talking about. Have the courage to take risks. And it's even in Leo. Leo is about being courageous also. So that's something to think about. What risk do you need to take? Now, actually, I think we're in Cancer season, which means you can start something new. It's really good for starting something new. And so I would ask you, whatever you're working on. So for instance, if I'm working on my health and wellness, this might be in terms of taking a risk. What kind of risk could I take to help, accelerate my success, Capricorn? And so maybe I say, well, I'm going to sign up for a challenge, some boot camp or some nutrition challenge that someone has started. Or, maybe I'm just going to go on ahead and buy that program that I said I wanted to buy. Maybe I'm going to get a health coach or nutritionist, a personal trainer. It's like you take some kind of risk. What kind of risk could I take that's going to move me further? So that's something to think about. What risk can you take that is going to help you step into a higher level of success? As you experience your growth edges, the places where you feel unsure and unfamiliar, be willing to journey into the unknown. That's where we are. Capricorn sort of likes to be with the known, the tried and the true, but that's not really what we want to take a tried and true approach. That's the best way of working, I think, with this energy. Take the tried and true approach, but it's time to move into something new. And yeah, going to the unknown. In this mysterious place, changing reference points creates a quantum leap. Receive the angelic message. Discover the realms of interdimensional travel. Expand your reference points to become the time space traveler. Now, for some of us, that means that there are other dimensions and we're going into those other dimensions, other lifetimes, whatever. I'm for it. I'm here for that. But I know not everyone has that experience. So I'm going to tell you another way that you can look at this. It's more of like quantum physics, or metaphysics is another way of saying this, is we have a timeline, we have an inner timeline. We have the past, we have the present, we have the future, and we can travel this timeline in order to help us maybe go back into the past and create a shift of some sort. We don't need to necessarily relive any past wounding or anything, but we do want to go back to that point where we maybe picked up a limiting belief pattern, way of being, limited understanding of ourselves, and create a shift in it that sends forward, this energy of openness into the present moment so that we're not stuck and held back by something that happened in the past. Now, the other way of looking at this, of being a space-time traveler, is getting on your personal timeline and moving forward into the future and accessing the wisdom of yourself that's already there and bringing it back to yourself so that you know how to get to that particular version of yourself. Now, this is going to sound extremely woo-woo, but I say to you, be my aunt. Test it out. Be a spiritual scientist. Time is a man-made construct. So I'm looking at the clock right now. It says 10:41, but that's just a time that we created here, or the calendar, like it says June 24th. This is a calendar that we all know has been created. The clocks that we live by is just something that we created so that we all can be in sync here in this physical world. But on the greater reality, there's no such thing as time. There is no beginning, there is no end. It just is. Okay. And so because of that, when we begin to think about time not having like for real any boundaries, we actually can go into a different time zone of ourselves so that we can navigate where we are today. Because sometimes what happened back then is keeping you stuck right now. And sometimes you're stuck right now because you're like, which version? First of all, half of us don't even know you're supposed to access the version of yourself that has already achieved the thing and bring that energy to you into the present so that you can know how to walk that thing out. But instead we think, well, someone says, take this step, take that step, take this step, which is why I don't like being prescriptive. The goddess-centered lifestyle is more like, yes, I can tell you some things to do, but at the end of the day, you are going to have to figure out how to walk this thing out within yourself. Okay. Yes, I'm here to give tips. I'm here to give tools. I'm here to share wisdom, but it's for you to grab onto and navigate life. So this is one of the things that we need to remember. Yeah, somebody might say, this is the best exercise. Everyone should do this exercise. I just need to really figure that out for me. You need to figure that out for you. There's not one size fits all to anything. Okay. And so we really need to figure out what version of ourselves already has this thing. And what did she do? What did he do to bring this forward? And then that's how we're going to walk this thing out. And we bring it back to ourselves into this particular realm that we're in right now. So that is what I have for that. Let me see what y'all say. Hey, Johnny J, greetings. I'll take all of that in account. Thank you, Sister Eileen. Good. Actually, I was happy you brought it up because I'm like, I need that. The energy is feeling great for this Capricorn. Woohoo! I feel brand new. Hey, y'all, let's party. Hey, go, Johnny J. I'm happy to hear that. I'm really happy to hear that. Yes, Eileen, it's all within you. That's exactly right. Okay. Let's read just a little bit more, and then I'm not going to hold y'all too long. Um, your growth edges hold the greatest magic. In the process of exploring these edges, you develop understanding and compassion for others who, like you, are using this earth experience for their growth and evolution. Explore, expand, remember your wings. A mysterious journey awaits you, messenger of light. When you have the courage to step into a new reality. And that's what this moon can help you do. Have the courage. And the best part about Capricorn is Capricorn actually does have a tried and true way of getting there. Part of it is just plain old work ethic. And I know, there's this, we have to focus on self-care. However, let me tell y'all, nothing manifests without action. And I can assure you, commitment and devotion and sticking and staying. Hard work sometimes is I'm doing something I really don't want to do, but I see the bigger picture beyond what I'm doing today. And I'm willing to just stick and stay and do the hard work to get to where I want to go. So that's where that's what this can do for us, help us step into a new reality. You have embarked on a quest of balance. And we've talked about that today. Next time, I cannot do these videos so close together because I made a video for my inner circle and I'm like, did I say that in my inner circle or did I say that here? I don't know. But we're getting it one way or the other. So what we want to do is, let's just go ahead and read this part. This is the shadow wisdom. Let me see. What did y'all say? Hello, Ling. How are you? I don't know what house this is happening for me, but my feeling a weight loss and health about to take play in my life. The energy is health. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Actually, Johnny, I went over that. If you want to check it out, sister, Monday, I went through it by the houses in the inner circle. Okay, but you on point. Let's just share it that way. You on point, Johnny J. What do you experience at the thought of moving into the unknown with no guarantees? Wow. You're being asked to explore what may appear fearful and unfamiliar territory where your points of reference have become fluid. And I will say, Capricorn will reveal your fears. That might be something that you see today or over the next 2 weeks. You may be exposed to your fears a little bit more. And it's not for you to really just sit in them. It's more of to do something about it, to face your fears. Don't forget we have Mars in this. Remember, your reality is maintained by your beliefs and patterns, which may be viewed as a fixed reference point. So that just kind of goes back to what I said. What's holding you in place that's not letting you step into the new? We say all the time, I want something more, I want something new, but then we don't move. And the question is, what is it? Well, this moon can help us to address that. You want to look at what's holding you in place that you perhaps need to step outside of and move into a new place. When these points change, your reality shifts as you become anchored in a secure sense of self and connection to source. So that's something to think about. I'm going to keep going. Another shadow of Ben is a tendency to withdraw from the world, to be a hermit in reaction to your issues or to fulfill a hidden need. So that might come up for some of us with this full moon. We withdraw because maybe something made us feel bad, right? And so this is giving you an opportunity maybe to settle that up. Or the other thing is, you go into a special secret place to do something that you don't want anybody to know that you do, but it's more of like a coping mechanism. So y'all have heard me talk about hair pulling before. Nobody's ever seen me pull my hair because I never pulled my hair around other people ever. But hair pulling, typically, if the person isn't like completely out of control, is done privately. Or another thing that I've done in the past was, it's like, oh, I know I need to give up sugar, and I need to be changing the way that I eat. And then I would make sure I would go to the store by myself and, buy a candy bar or two or three. Man, I'm telling you, I've come from some harsh places, but it's like you retreat, but it's not in the healthy way. Okay, so that might be coming up for some of us to be looking at. And the solution that the Mayan Oracle, again, this is the card, the solution that the Mayan Oracle is giving to us is to create a balance between your spiritual needs and your life journey. Draw even more light into yourself, because that light will infuse and radiate from you, coloring your world with compassion. If you feel isolated, share your light and love through service. There are many who long to be touched by those who have basked in the brilliance of the light. And all of y'all are light keepers. Y'all are light bearers. Y'all are healers. I've been pulling my hair at some point. Yes, hair pulling is real. I probably need to talk about it a little bit more. When you have OCD, OCDs aren't really talked about. You feel a lot of shame with them. So maybe I need to shed some light on the OCD called hair pulling, trichotillomania. Okay, family. Well, that's all I have for today. I'm wishing you a most auspicious full moon in Capricorn. I hope that you go back to, if you missed the first part of the video, y'all, wow. I was like, whoa, this is some good sharing right here. It was like I just saw some stuff that I hadn't seen in the chart thus far. And so I shared that with you all. So enjoy. And let me see here. It was only scary to me when I didn't know what was happening and why. Being able to access information which isn't always available in French helped me a lot. I see. Okay, Maya. Yes, good. But yeah, go ahead and if anyone is a hair puller out there, because you're the second person who's chimed in when I mentioned I've been a hair puller. Let me know. Do you want to talk about it? I don't mind. I'm not really adept in helping people move past it, but one of the things that I know about OCDs and addictions, even mental illness in general, is being able to bring it into the light. Just like what Ben is talking about. We need to be able to talk about what we're going through, because first and foremost, when we see other people going through what we're going through, then it's like, okay, I'm not, it's like a lot of us are dealing with this. But when we just keep it to ourselves and it's like it becomes a master to us. So yeah, let me know if y'all want to talk about these kinds of things. Thank you. Yes. Have a great day, everyone. Happy full moon in Capricorn. I'm like Johnny J. See, I'm a Pisces and a Taurus moon, Scorpio rising. So for me, this full moon feels incredible. When I'm in Taurus and Cancer, Capricorn and Cancer, those signs work for me. Other folks don't like them, but they work for me. So I feel amazing. I hope everyone feels amazing. I'm holding the space. Okay, Auric Moon. Yes, the hair pulling conversations. Got you. I'm holding the space that you manifest something glorious, that this is the beginning of. So another theme I'm seeing with us is health and wellness. A lot of us are working on having a higher level of well-being in our body. That is so important. This body right here, this temple, this is so imbued with wisdom. Oh my goodness. So we'll bring up more about health and wellness. I see we need to do. I'm a Taurus Sun, Pisces Moon. Okay, all right, Moon. Hey. I'm a Taurus Moon, Pisces Sun. So yes, I know we would get along. Love you all so much. Thank you for being here. And Happy full moon in Capricorn. I will see you all in a video very soon or in my inner circle. All right, y'all take care.